When the hat gets thrown, so do the hands.
Wow. Welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome, everybody, and I mean every body, to this space. And we're gonna talk about something a little fun today. Montgomery Brawl. A crazy situation, girly. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. And I want to talk about this from a very analytical, mindful, intentional, and joking manner. Because they messed around and they found out. These white people really tried it. They tried and they failed severely. And we got to talk about that because what did you think was gonna happen? Like for real, what did you think was gonna happen? The Montgomery situation and white male fragility and white male rage. We're gonna get into it a little bit. So if you don't know, you should. A large brawl broke out after a group of rowdy boaters attacked a dock worker who was simply trying to get them to move their pontoon so a city riverboat carrying a lot of people could dock, right? And so the large brawl broke out on Saturday, August the 5th, right before 7 p.m. at the Alabama Capitol. Let me show you a little bit of what happened here. Warning, graphic content. Let's see what this is gonna give us. So we see the dock worker just simply trying to do their job, just simply trying to do what they do best, right? Walking away, the dude in the shorts comes out, the confrontation starting. He's simply like, "Hey, yo, man, you gotta move this thing. It ain't going good." People start cheering, and now you're starting to see it get a little bit heat. Boom, boom. So let's pause. Right there for 1 second. Now, he was probably drunk, right? We know white men and their alcohol, they love that. But this is the iconic moment. Tilted backwards, bop, in the air, and then he takes this hat went so far. He takes this opportunity to just boom, strike this black man in the face due to his own rage and his own ego. Right, in this situation, there's a bunch of people watching, and he's getting embarrassed. Right, let's keep going. Boom, strike, boom, bam, bop, biddy, bop, bop, pow. Oh, look at that. He's trying to choke him out. This white lady, oh no, everybody stop it, oh my God. And then boom, more white men come over and start beating him, going after him, beating him down. Now, me and a few of my friends were talking about this moment here. Black bodies have been viewed as not human, as disposable. And so the level of privilege and lack of care and the level of gall you have to have as a human being to immediately think, right, in this situation, when I see this from my point of view, I see white people having no care or regard at all for a black body or for what it means to be black or for this human being's life. Point blank period, right? Point blank period, right? This white lady is hilarious. Damien Pickett is the black man who was attacked. And just looking at this, right? This level of rage and carelessness is like a disease that lives in a white male body. This is Montgomery, Alabama, right? And I believe they just elected their first ever black mayor. Stephen Reed. Yep, Stephen Reed is a black man. So yes, Montgomery does have a black mayor, Stephen Reed. Stephen L. Reed. And so the urge for the white male body to place its rage somewhere, the opportunity is right there. These white men in this instance couldn't care less. They saw an opportunity, they picked it, right? We can ignore race if you want to, because I know some people like to do that. This group of people saw that another person was doing something that conflicted against their own ego and their desire, so they beat that person. The dock worker was just trying to, Damian Pickett was just trying to do his job. He said, I'm tired, I do not get better for this. Just trying to do his job as a dock worker, right? And all his other friends on the other boat, right? And then, this is an iconic moment. So boom, 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 they're pounding, boom, 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 they're beating, boom, boom, boom. Oh, why did he hit the white man just attacked the little white boy? The white man just attacked the little white boy. I don't know why he hit him, but okay. And here we go. And then the black man runs down from the top. He's like, hey, nah, nothing. Hey, stop. Hey, love is love. And then boom. Bro, he's swimming. They said black people can't swim. We done beat them out, but the black people can swim. We can swing chairs. We can throw hats. We can do it. Boom, boom, boom. So the co-worker starts coming over. He's swimming. He's hitting that thing. He is going in. Olympic swimmer. And now we're starting to see this situation kind of fall apart. We're starting to see, get up there, young buck. Wow. A lot of people argue this has nothing to do with race, right? But because of the society we have built and because of how racialized we have become and because what we've done to each other because of race, it is about race. It is about a group of white people, even though a few of them are not hitting him. They have not laid a hand, even though a few of them have not laid a hand on him. The image, the icon of white bodies surrounding that of a black body on the ground that is being beaten or hurt, even that image sends us to a specific place because of history. This is history, right? It doesn't matter if 2 or 3 of them are not hitting and they're actually trying to stop it from happening. This is history. This is white bodies preying on the black body because of the lack of care about what's going to happen to said black body, right? And then what? And then all of the friends, right? The co-workers, as soon as the real boat docked, boom, they took their shirt off. They said, come on, what's up, Dan? What's up, Dan? What's up, Dan? He said, Bob! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He was trying to rip the boat. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! It's actually quite beautiful to see. It's actually quite beautiful to see. Just beautiful. Just black people just uniting under one cause. Just, and that's really what a lot of people I've been hearing have been saying is that it's not necessarily about these white people, being beat up. It's about the solidarity that black people in that moment had to stand up, right? To stand up, to rise with one another and to fight back against an oppressive force. I think it's so funny that the police are just standing here not doing anything. They're like, shoot, well, you threw the first bomb. I mean, And what I really wanted to talk about in regards to this, right now we're seeing that, people are getting arrested. Of course, in Montgomery, Alabama is a truly historic racist place in this country. It has a lot of historic significance as it pertains to the civil rights movement, black liberation, and justice for the black body in this country. And it's interesting how I've even seen some white people look at this and say, "Oh, I'm glad the black people beat up the white people." And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And you might actually be. But this also goes back to the whole conversation of when white people say something like, oh, I hate being white. No, you don't. No, you don't, right? If we all, once again, if I break this down and give you an analogy, don't think about race. Think about something else. Think about ability, right? I have stairs that lead into my apartment. Someone who lives in a wheelchair will have to go out and buy a ramp just to get into the apartment. See what I'm saying? There are things in this world that are made for specific, that are assumed for specific bodies, that are assumed to work for specific bodies. Why do I say this? I say this because it's not that a white person's life has not been hard, but it certainly has not been made harder due to your race. Your house burned down. That is horrible. I am so sorry. You lost this person, you lost that person. Your life is hard due to malfunctioning infrastructure, due to a wicked and crooked hospitalization system, due to a disgusting pharmaceutical industry. And you can also say, but if there is one thing I have in this world, everything else is falling down around me. But if there's one thing I have in this world that's not going to make it harder, it's the fact that I am white. That's just the world we live in. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that for good. But in this situation, they used it for evil because they saw a black body that was getting in their little white way, and they decided to beat, belittle, denigrate said black body. And this is where the real anti-racism work begins. Because I ask white people, what do you believe to be true about the black body? What do you believe to be true about the black body? There was a video I saw a few days ago where a white woman was jealous of another fellow black coworker who had got promoted or whose test scores were doing incredibly well. And she recognized, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting jealous because subconsciously I believe that this is just the way the world works. Let's not bring politics into this. Let's just look at it on the basis of what it is. This human being who has certain features, certain hair, certain skin texture, certain skin color, right, should be less than me or should be subservient to me. They should not rise above me. I'm here, they should always be here. I'm here, they should always be here. And as that starts to shift, I get jealous. Why? Because of what I believe to be true about the black body. My little lily white skin that has been viewed and marketed and established as pure, innocent, beautiful, marvelous, that should not be toppled by dirty black people. My skin is clean. Yeah, I have a little bit of acne, but like, I'm white. And the synonym for white is pure. I'm holy. What does this black being have over me? And in this instance, all of that was happening, right? And it reflected itself through action. He probably in his mind did not say, this black person should behave to me. Is that what he sounds like? Probably. But in their minds, it was, you're getting in my way. Do your job, let me live. Do your job, let me live. Why are you getting in my way? It seems like more and more the black body has been looked at as an obstacle to get around or remove, a threat, something that has to be dealt with, instead of a full, raw, authentic human being. And the Montgomery Brawl is a perfect example of how toxic masculinity, not divine masculinity, but toxic masculinity shows up and shows out. It's going to show up and it's going to show out. That's what toxic masculinity does. That's what white male rage does. It's like a disease, right? It's like a disease. It just gets passed on from generation to generation. White body after white body after white body believes that black bodies should be subservient to them. And when they are not, that white male releases its rage. The dock worker was just doing his job. And I'm not one for violence. I'm not one for violence. But in this instance, the white man hit him first, and the black people came running. What do white people believe to be true about black people? And I'm going to break that down. When a white person looks at me, do they see me as an African? Do they see me as someone on their land? Do they see me as someone who should be subservient to them? Do they see me as someone who knows another language other than English? Do they see me as exotic? Do they see me as something that they have to get around, an obstacle they have to deal with? And do white people even consider me like I consider them? Perfect example. You know that moment when you're walking on a sidewalk and you're a person of color and a group of white people are walking in the opposite direction as you and you completely move out of their way? I've never had white people move so I can come through. But people of color always make that room. Always make themselves smaller. Am I too loud? Am I too big? Am I too fat? Am I too gay? Am I too exotic? Am I too beautiful? Am I too black? Am I too Asian? Am I too Latino? And what does it mean if I am? White people are doing it more, but don't have to consider the black body or what the black body needs. And in this instance, it certainly was not a beating. Montgomery Brawl. It's funny. It's funny. But it shows us what's actually happening. It shows us how white people think they should solve situations. And it shows us what happens when white male rage, white fragility, white supremacy, and privilege gets checked. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I will see you at some other point. Please take care of yourself. Grab you a steel folding chair. Grab you a folding chair and just take care, and take care.